Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. National Financial Literacy Month is celebrated in April, which is a great opportunity for us to check and promote our financial situation and skills. Joining me is Annette, VanderLinde, Chief Client Officer, Liberty Wealth Advisors, to discuss ways that consumers can start getting a hold of their finances. It's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thanks, Jill. Thanks for having me.
And Annette, as we enter Financial Literacy Month, I'm wondering how financial literacy even starts. What's your advice for consumers who may feel intimidated by their finances and don't know where to start?
Well, sure. I guess I'd start by saying, Jill, if you're intimidated about your finances, you're in good company. Everyone is. For viewers tuning in and watching this broadcast, it's a great way to start. You're taking in information right now, and there's many channels you can do that. So whether it's webinars or live broadcasts like this, April being Financial Literacy Month, there will be a host of content out there that the public can access. It could be also via blogs or newsletters to sign up for various applications. There's so much content out there. I think the key is just to get started, try and let go of some of that intimidation and maybe guilt surrounding your finances, and just plow forward and engage with some content that resonates with you.
What are a few ways that consumers can start getting a hold of their finances? I'm thinking about investing, saving, budgeting.
Sure. Well, first and foremost, I would say, let's talk about an emergency fund. So if you don't have 6 months of expenses set aside in a savings account, first and foremost, start there. Make sure that you're saving towards that. I would suggest once you've concluded that, download a free app. There are many great tools that are out there. NerdWallet, Mint, among so many others, where you can get a hold of how you're spending your money. I think a lot of people, that's a blind spot for them, and they're not aware of how much they're spending. And use those tools to create a budget and live within your means. That's another area I think a lot of people struggle with. So use these online tools, apps, resources to give yourself some guardrails as well with your spending. And then lastly, I'd suggest start employing some automations with respect to investing. That could be within a company 401k plan if you have that. Utilize that, or outside of any retirement plans, opening up an online investment brokerage account, starting up with automatic contributions, be it biweekly, monthly. Get started with a broadly diversified, low expense exchange traded fund. It's that idea of setting it, forgetting it, and you don't have to think about it anymore.
Yeah. When is the time to start working with a financial advisor? Are there certain life milestones or benchmarks that consumers should keep in mind?
Sure. Great question. I always say it's never a bad time or a good time necessarily to seek out an advisor or an expert. It's always the time to do that. Now, for those of you who may not have the time, willingness, or ability to do this and manage it yourself, seek out an expert and an advisor to help you. Naturally, though, I think a lot of people will gravitate towards major life events that will precipitate their need to seek out an expert. So those could be marriages, divorces, new jobs, children, saving for college, as well as perhaps inheriting assets. Those are all big life changes where seeking out an expert and a trusted partner can certainly help you navigate some of those challenging decisions in your lifetime that you'll be facing.
How does a financial advisor help consumers improve their financial literacy? Is education a big component of your work?
Oh, wow. It's a huge component, and it's a complete critical aspect of what we're doing when we're working with our clients. So quite often in the financial planning process, we're talking about very complicated, sophisticated, convoluted concepts, and it's our job and our duty to take those complex situations and distill it into something that's really simple and digestible. And part of that will anchor towards having a fully articulated plan and showing our clients how we're going to navigate from A to Z and all the different steps involved, and empowering them, with a clear understanding and picture of how we're going to achieve their goals and objectives. So education transpires along that front, as well as getting in front of other members of the family. Quite often in a marriage or a partnership, you have one individual who's closer to the finances, and it's our duty to bring that other party into the conversation, empower them, educate them, as well as children. connecting with that second generation to bolster their knowledge and skills and understanding of personal finance, and set them on a right track early on.
And finally, Annette, how can people learn more about Liberty Wealth Advisors and the work that you're doing?
Sure. Check out our website, libertywealthadvisors.com. You can certainly seek me out directly, Annette VanderLinde. I'm on the website, as well as info@libertywealthadvisors.com. We'd love to help you.
All right, Annette, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you.